God tier podcast, the coolest battle rap podcast in the world. But also, we want everybody to know that this podcast is for battle rappers and lyricists strictly. We want people to know that this is a no rappers podcast. This is for the lyricists and the battle rappers. Which brings us to where we're at today, to this epic, legendary interview that we are about to conduct. I'm going to let my boy take it from right here.
Man, it's the White Dolomite rolling loaded dice with one of my favorite MCs who made that classic Soul on Ice. You play upon the lush. We got Ras Kass with us.
What's up, bro?
Oh my God.
Man, taking off my lambskin Mark Buchanan.
Because I'm going to make you see LA like Ed O'Bannon.
Come on, bro. Come on. and as people that have been strong purveyors of this Western hemisphere in the world of hip hop, we just got to take our hats off and salute you for,
I appreciate you.
Being a lyricist that in the trenches, when people were overlooking the West and wanted to kind of put us West Coast artists in a box, you broke through preconceived notions. We're getting love city to city, state to state, coast to coast. And we're,
Thank you.
I mean, I'll just go on record and saying, if you was around actively in hip hop culture in 1996, 97, it'd be revisionist history to say that Ras Kass not the baddest motherfucker on the mic.
Oh God.
Especially at that time, nobody was, and you kept it lit this whole time.
Thank you, bro.
You kept it lit this whole time. What was it
Bars
like?
matter.
Yeah,
Bars matter.
What was it like? Like, did you feel like you had it was kind of like a difficult to break the stigma of being a West Coast artist at that time for you?
Being a lyricist like
being
that.
a lyricist from the West.
It was harder, to be honest. It was harder in the industry of LA. It wasn't hard in the streets per se of LA, because I'm not an anomaly. It was other, obviously, Freestyle Fellowship, whatever. It's a lot of dope lyricists. But in LA, industry-wise, we were starting to get that separation where, we gangster rap, this is what sells. So the artists started kind of pushing that, and the execs in the industry started pushing that. I didn't have a problem back east, and honestly, I didn't even have a problem in the Bay. Like, it was really home, man, which has always kind of been my weirdest conundrum, is like, I'm too east to be west, too west to be east, too gangster to be positive, too positive to be gangster, instead of, our home just accepting people. So I'll put it to you a different way. Everybody else has had the ability to have diversity, except for LA. You either gangster rap or you can't get heard.
That's crazy, man.
So if it was the same for New York, and it was just one thing, then you wouldn't get Biz Markie, who don't sound like Tribe Called Quest, who don't sound like Nas.
Mobb Deep.
Big L.
They have a plethora and a variety and a diversity. Even in the Bay, you had the high roll, and then, whatever. Home was just like Jerry Curl, Crip Walk. That's it.
Well, and that's the thing that to me was, and now this like prototype that you low key, in my eyes, forefathered.
I tried.
Exists nowadays, and like, and I say that to say, you mentioned Freestyle Fellowship, Hieroglyphics, The Far Side. Right. That was like the straight backpack side. Of,
correct. Yeah.
And I love all those.
At Band Clan too.
Yeah. There's a whole.
Will I am in there.
There's a whole there's a whole subgenre of hip living legends. There's like all these dudes, right?
Shouts out to them.
Right, and then you got the Snoops, the DJ Quicks, and all that. You were like somewhere in the middle because you're more thugged out. You're rapping about ice. You're rapping about like gangster shit.
I got Battle Cat beats on my first album.
And he had like the crazy part. What it was
with
too,
bars.
Like, well, I felt like that's probably what was different for you. Like, and I felt like how was that experience? The fact that you had more of a East Coast syllabic style for the West Coast. They were still more on the laid back shit, and your shit was just multis constructed. Like how
we came out of that shit though. Everybody, before there was West Coast rap, there was just rap, and that shit came from the East Coast. So I liked, and then there was NWA, and I always tell people, if you do your research, remember like on the end of every like Above the Law NWA album, DOC, Grand Finale, they'd have one last song where everybody bar out with no fucking hook. Picture a nigga that's raw, fucking ran. Like, niggas barred out here too.
Right.
I just happen to have smart parents, so I always was a big word vocabulary articulate nigga in Watts.
Yeah, that's
so
what it is. You had a big vocabulary early,
period. But that didn't come from rap. That came from just my parents. You know what I'm saying? My mom ain't a dumb bitch, so it worked out well for me. Even in Watts, I remember just being like 10, but with no Ras Kass. They call me Baby John in Watts, where I got.
Okay, because I thought you was from Carson always. Like,
no. So my parents, middle class people. We lived in Carson my whole life, but I didn't go to school because my parents had to drop us off. And then go to work in downtown LA. So my grandmother lived in Watts. So ever since I can remember, I went to school in Watts. I grew up in Watts. I socialized
So
in
what
Watts.
what part of Watts did you grow up in?
99th and McKinley. So McKinley Ave, Spider Loc. Literally, if you walked up 99th Street, like we all knew each other. Yeah.
Know the neighborhood.
Yeah. Right across the street from, so Wadsworth and 99th. So right across is 99th Street School. So all through there,
so you went to school out there. So what age did you go to Carson?
Middle of 7th grade.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
So when you was at the jumping off the porch ages, you was at already.
Yeah, I was still kind of Wattsy. When I'm jumping off the porch, 6th, 7th grade, and then summers I'm going back to Watts. And then middle of 7th I'll start going to school in Carson. And so that's why I always claim both. I say Watts, C. Arson. I always do.
Yeah.
Now, and I think you're the first person I ever heard use that term, C. Arson.
I literally named
Arson.
it.
Yeah.
Because I felt like some of them, I felt like some niggas was like, funny, but so I was like, some of these niggas is just too far
banged out.
Middle class.
Right.
Whereas, you know what I'm saying, the niggas from C. Arson was a little more
active with it.
Active. Like Carson niggas got a history, the gang members, they were bank robbers. And they probably was robbing the banks their mama worked at.
Damn.
So they knew the bank.
That's genius.
Right.
I need to get me a bitch that
Carson,
work in a bank.
Carson niggas was the
hit a lick.
The Long Beach niggas called them the rich Crips. They was the niggas that lived in a 2-story house. They was one mistake away from being back in Compton or Watts or whatever. The parents worked hard and kept it together, and that's what a Carson nigga was in general.
Yeah, and Carson, Carson's kind of an anomaly. Most people that aren't from LA don't know much about it, and even people that were born and raised in LA, you might not ever go into Carson. It's like y'all kind of got your
own, its own little pocket.
Yeah, it's like your own world over there.
Right.
It's close to like Compton and all that.
It literally is the sister city of Compton.
But we used to go kart out there and do it, but that shit, it's fun. It's hella fun. Right there from
I played roller hockey.
Yeah, I like that. I fuck with the whole.
I played roller hockey in Carson when I was a kid. That's what I used to go out there for. But
it's just
what defines Carson as opposed to being different from the rest of LA?
This is what I noticed about it growing up. Initially, LA's kind of big enough to be spread out. So you got places, you got a little Armenia, you got a little, Koreatown, whatever. So, and then you got like a poor version of whatever nationality you are, and then the middle class version, and then whatever. Carson was the first place that was kind of middle class, but 20% everything. And I asked my mother about that. She said that initially it was kind of an experiment to see if you could get these Mexicans with these whites that technically, if they made $100,000 together, then they'd qualify for houses. So it was like 20% Mexican, 20% white, 20% black, 20% Pacific Islander, which means Samoans and
Y'all got a lot of Samoans out there.
And let's see if they kill each other. And then what I say is around 9th, 10th grade, little, black and Filipino babies start popping up. So and everybody start fucking with each other.
They was killing each other, killing the pussy.
Hey, we got running jokes in cars. So what do you get when you mix a Samoan and a black? Samoan niggas. Yeah, we got
fire.
Real talk. So it became this really interesting place where we grew up very multicultural, whereas in general, LA is segregated.
Very much so.
Yeah.
More than most cities, like of its size. Like it's definitely like in the Bay Area, it's way more coagulated.
Right.
New York City, way more coagulated.
Right.
But LA, this
We
is
got no space for everybody. New York, they live on top of each other.
what I always used to tell people back in the day growing up, and it's changed a lot. Now it's more diverse than ever, but there was like pretty strictly defined boundaries, and there is exceptions to the rule. But like West LA, predominantly white; South Central, predominantly black;
East LA,
predominantly Latino.
Yeah.
And now
Mexicans,
Mexican.
predominantly
Not
Mexican.
even, because you have the whole.
They didn't even allow, like, unless you was Salvi.
Right, and Salvis and Central Americans
Right.
tend to be like
come on,
in
think about
Pico
it.
Union.
Look where
over
we at
there.
right now. This is predominantly not Persian,
Armenian. Yeah.
Oh yeah, this
Yeah.
area.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so we've always kind of had that natural geographic separation, and I think that's what Carson had. It allowed me to. I remember the first time I met a Filipino, like in class. I went to class, and the first day, I think the nigga, if I'm incorrect, nickname was Santi. Spanish name, kind of, sort of, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that happens.
And then, and he was pretty cool, you know what I'm saying? Because your first day in school somewhere.
You're like, lumpia? Let me get some of that. That shit look
That's
fire.
fucking fire, by the way. I
it's
had
fire.
that
I
in the
love lumpia.
Philippines, by the way. You ain't
Yeah.
had that till you have it in Manila. Jesus.
See, now you, I
Jesus.
want to go. You travel
Yeah.
too much.
Yeah, this guy. He's
See,
too international.
traveling with
Yeah.
bars. Ain't that a beautiful
Facts.
thing?
Yeah,
right
yeah.
there?
The bars is what took me all over the world. That is
Yeah,
true, right,
bro.
man? That is some
That's
real
a
shit,
beautiful
man.
thing.
Speaking
Yeah,
of
it is.
bars, when did you realize that you had a propensity to be a dope MC?
I wrote my first rap about the street I lived on, 99th Street.
When he was like 11 years old.
Well, not lived on, where I grew up at.
Right.
How old are you?
Shit. I was probably 10.
I knew it. I knew he was this
but it
young.
was super whack.
Was it
Yeah,
banged
I mean,
out?
it's your first, but it's your
Right.
first. You're a kid, man. You ain't
But in
gonna
my
be a
brain,
masterpiece,
in my brain, I was gonna make
man.
my neighborhood go crazy. I was gonna be the king of.
Oh,
and
that's fire though. That's
so yeah, because
yeah.
it wasn't the gang. The gang there is 9-7 East Coast.
Yeah, it's
Crib.
East Coast hood. Yeah.
it's East Coast hood or Front Street Watts, Grape Street. But where
Shout
I
out
was
to
at
my homie
predominantly-
LC.
there,
the
yeah.
homie, yeah, the
Front
homie,
Street.
Yeah, the homies, you had options and kind of sort of, but I wrote it. The older kids, like 14, 16, basketball playing niggas, whatever niggas that wasn't actively gangbanging, kind of made it click. They were the 99 East Side Hustlers. So I just remember that I wanted to be
With that.
with the cool, you know what I'm saying,
Right.
with the cool homies. And I wrote the rap, and then they just pretty much it was like that, Baby John, that shit trash.
Damn.
And so I hung it up for years. I was like, oh, I guess I'm whack. I'm just.
And that should be hitting hard when you try to like, cause I had one of those where somebody like, you know, one of my close friends was like, listen to him, and then this dude started busting off battle raps, and he's like, that's what battle rap sounds like. You ain't no fucking battler. And I was like 14, 15 years old.
Crushed
you know what I mean?
you up.
Yeah.
Then you came back
I came back and
with a
killed
vengeance.
everyone, and I told him, where's your bitch ass homie at now? You know, he
That
ain't
part.
nowhere.
That
Yeah,
part.
nah, for real. Okay, well, here I want to ask you about this. Now, this is
We jumping
something-
ahead a little bit?
We gonna move from this. We gonna move from this. Okay. So this is something that you know, we want to move on into like more of the battling or not. I want to know for you, when was the first time you actually felt like there's a challenge and you need to fucking kill this dude? When did that happen? Where it went from you being an internal songwriter to like, fuck this, I'm about to externally.
Somewhere in around 90-ish, 90.
So before you had a deal and all that.
Yeah, before I had a deal.
What, like mid 90s you talking?
He said
No,
90.
early.
90.
Like 1990.
Like 99T.
90.
90. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Uh-huh.
Wow.
By then, Battle Cat had discovered us.
One of the greatest producers of all
Yeah,
fucking time.
he discovered us as
Period.
kids, and by then I was kind of being, because I danced, like housing, you know what I'm saying, break dancing, flipping off walls and all that shit.
Fire.
So,
Let me find out.
yeah, no, I did.
Yeah,
you
he's
know,
a b-boy, man.
I was a
Yeah,
B-boy
he
for
got
real.
all the
shit.
elements, man. You tag too, huh? You got some handwriting,
My handwriting is dope, but my spray can game was trash.
but you still can hit a streak up like and put your name on the wall.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's okay. We
I
good.
tagged a little bit.
We good.
But I'm more concentrated on the housing and then the rapping.
Right.
And so to answer your question, Battle Cat and Wino from who would go on to produce all the Coolio shit. He from One I Know East Coast Crib. He from the neighborhood in Carson. That's part of the.
And this before Gangster Paradise and all that.
Yeah,
or,
way before. Yeah.
Damn. Was it 1990?
So, 90. Yeah. So this is 90.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like, cause that came out. What was it like? 93,
Gangsta's
94?
Paradise.
Yeah, 93.
Or no,
95.
probably sooner. No.
Dangerous Mind soundtrack? That's like 90.
Yeah, his first
It
shit was
felt like it
County
was
Line,
really-
so that
The
might have
first
been
one was
right.
Fantastic
Oh
Voyage.
no, you're
and all
actually
that.
right. Anyways, this is
Yeah.
encyclopedia. I
Right.
should never argue with him.
Yeah, don't fuck
But
with
yeah.
me, dog.
Yeah, no, but okay, that's crazy, man. So he would start working with him.
So yeah, they're taking. Well, I might even say even 89. So then we're housing, but
Wow.
then ciphers. So Will I Am is certain niggas that's already housing and rapping. But Cuban kind of made a distinction that you couldn't do both. It was like, you know what I'm saying? With the guys with the funny haircuts. You know what I'm saying? It's like,
He ruined everyone's fun, didn't he?
I mean, he's the first lyricist of LA. You know what I'm saying? But he kind of made a distinction. So a lot of us were already transitioning out of housing and having to focus to be taken seriously as a rapper. And so
So would y'all battle while dancing and rapping at the same time?
No,
type
it'd be
shit?
two different
Like,
ciphers.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
There's a circle for that.
I'm picturing some Kid and Play shit.
Oh
Like,
yeah, no. Like, what you want to do?
No, that's fire though, man. That environment's
so we were
crazy.
going at it, and a lot of niggas was in high school. So I was probably, once I started getting a reputation for rapping, I was probably in 11th grade, about 11th then. And then I'm going to the clubs. Keep in mind, I'm going to the 21 clubs and all that shit. And Battle Cat fuck with me and Rhino fuck with me. And so I stopped dancing so as much and I just started rapping. And then it's kind of Pitbull shit where your big homie who's the producer or the gangster nigga be like putting money on you. Like, my little nigga fuck your little nigga up. And so that's when we started battling dudes in the clubs, or outside of the club in the streets and all that, and that's how it started.
So your homies more were sicking you on people like a
sicking me
Pitbull.
on, yeah.
Do you remember any specific battles you had at that time?
Not particularly. I just, like, we beat in the malls. Like, you know, I remember seeing Corrupt once. I battled, I had battled.
Yeah, because Corrupt was doing that shit, and Roscoe.
Cor-
Shouts out to Roscoe.
Corrupt
Both of them
is-
were, you know, Roscoe, he used to come to the pit and battle, and Corrupt was almost
Yeah.
going to jump in a
Corrupt's
couple
the
times.
other like originator of that prototype. in my eyes, besides you.
Well, he's older.
Yeah.
He was already putting it down. You know what I'm saying? But
And Corrupt
he
born
was-
in Philly too,
Yeah.
so it's kind of different. Like,
Yeah, he's already
he had that in
socialized on
him.
that
Yeah.
shit. Yeah. But yeah, even like Snoop and them, like, you know, I was already known when Snoop and them were like in 11th grade because they would come perform at my school right before.
That's such a
Big
crazy
Cover.
childhood to have.
Yeah. So
Snoop performing at your school in his early days.
Yeah, they because
That's crazy, man.
Banning, Carson, they were very, you know, our schools are big football teams, so we had our games at Long Beach Poly at the college. So they kind of, you got to remember, this is before Compton and Long Beach together. Now you know you're in trouble. So Compton is right next to Carson. Long Beach, you got to go through Carson to get to Long Beach.
Yeah, exactly.
So the natural transition should have been Compton to Carson. So it was a lot of talent in Carson.
So is it like an overlooking
Yeah,
type
we got
of thing?
jumped over and shit. But they would have to come perform. You know, they were performing at a lot of high
Carson,
schools,
that's
but
crazy.
obviously Carson was a big place to perform at. So yeah, we all came across each other. They were older than me, but yeah, I would battle them. I battled the twins. I battled Dog, all them niggas.
So you battled the twins, you battled Corrupt, you battled Snoop.
Yeah, I never battled Rupp. I never came across Rupp.
That would be amazing.
When we were younger. But yeah, I just remember all the time. Anywhere in the mall, we had to get at it. Who would bring your best? What city? You know.
Yeah, you was battling. He was battling.
Imagine Ras Kass versus the twins. Like what that. Man.
I mean, that's crazy. But you know what? So it's safe to say you've battled like 20, 30 times before.
Yeah.
Easily. I might be undershooting that number. You know what I'm saying?
Period.
Raz really, this was, and I could attest to this. This was before motherfuckers had a video camera in their pocket. You didn't have a phone that you could just be like, boom, and put it on the internet. So the reason why a lot of people, and for us too, like I have a lot of battles that were never captured. The reason we would have had this if the technology was different. We would have had all this. You know what I mean? But it's good to know because through you, we could vicariously see that. We
were the tail end of your era, like with that. You feel me?
Right. You guys benefited highly from technology, which is great, man. Fuck that. Like of course we all wish, I wish there were cell phones and
nobody could film like that.
Yeah.
Nobody wanted to carry that big ass camera around.
That's what it was. To be honest, when I got my record deal, I walked around with a camcorder. You remember those?
Yeah.
And I lost all that footage, but I had filmed some crazy shit from there, but it was just not as practical as this.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
It makes it harder to get away with shit, though. Exactly, I'll tell you that.
Exactly.
All this technology.
And it made people very aware that you were filming them, and people react differently when they know they're being filmed, as opposed to like kind of, they're now socialized to kind of act as close to normal as possible because we're always being filmed. Shit, it was something I wanted to allude to about the battle and shit. Oh, I was gonna say, we had, instead of that, we had Mike Nardone and Sway and Tech, and that's when you started getting the cream of the crop rising to the top from LA. So that was our ability to be exposed.
Like Sly Boogie, Crooked Eye, Dirty Birdie, that was that whole class thing.
And literally, it was if you get on here, you got one shot, some Eminem shit. You better lose yourself.
Some Eminem shit.
You know what I'm saying? Because if you was garbage, they'll never let you come upstairs again. Everybody was outside waiting to come in, and they pick the people to come up. And then if you went and got dusted, you was never coming back. So that was the gladiator school that at least was documented. And it was dope. You see how many, amazing MCs came out of that journey.
No, and something about you that always stuck out to me is just like you're not willing to waver or compromise your lyricism no matter what. And out the gate, I feel like there is a lot where the record label's kind of trying to mold you in a different direction. Like, this dude's marketable. He could be like a whoop-de-whoop.
Rap like this, fucking.
He could do a song like Mace or...
They tried it on the second album and fourth, the albums after that, which is why those albums didn't come out. I could have easily. I remember.
For real, damn, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Well, because even the songs, like going back to Soul on Ice, which I believe is that's your mainstream debut.
Yeah, it's my first album.
But there's a different version of that album too. Yeah. Like there's the demo version, which wound up coming out, which by the way is.
Thank you.
Thank you. That's like one of the greatest unreleased albums in history. And,
thank you, bro.
And I love Soul on Ice too. Like,
thank you.
But even like the attempt at a palatable like West Coast type, mainstream record was Marinate, right? Like
it wasn't an attempt,
I don't even want to say attempt.
For me, it was what I did every day.
Right.
So my whole biggest thing was to capture my contradiction as a human being. Like most people do this. I'm a gangster. I'm a hustler. I'm a love guy. I'm a blood. I'm a this. You know what I'm saying? So they got 10 songs becoming this character. There's no dimension to it. Mm-hmm. My whole thing was if I ever had a chance to do an album, I wanted to deal with the complexities of a human being, of myself. That hence Soul on Ice. I'm conflicted. I'm dealing with my higher and lower nature. So yeah, I love my mother, but I love new pussy.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? For real. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't gang bang, but I'm involved with my homies. My homies gang bang, and I'm not trying to convert them. I think the shit's fun.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I go to jail with my friends all the time. We do stupid shit, but I know there's a higher purpose. All these contradict your higher and lower self. It's really Descartes, the duality of man. That's what I was dealing with. And I've always dealt with that. So for me, Marinate was what we did, whether it was my house or somebody else's house.
And it's still a very lyrical song. That's kind of what I was trying to allude to. It's like beyond the fact, but like even at the most, just like...
That was Yo-Yo's beat.
Oh, was it?
Battle Cat was playing it, and that's my big homie. So I was like, I want that beat. And he was like, oh, Yo-Yo got it. And I was like, well, maybe one like that. And then Yo-Yo ended up not using the record.
Damn.
So I got to be that fly on the wall, and then I took it, and that's what we can marinate. Get nice and stack riches, but it's BYOB. Bring your own bud, brewing bitches. Ain't no set tripping, acting ill, and don't steal.
For real. Then the
You got
EPMD
to
sample,
chill.
you got to chill.
That's what we did.
Yup,
Come
yup.
kick it.
That's
Turn up, kick it at the house. And that's what we did every day. All bad, rest in peace, Bad Azz. Anybody.
That was the soundtrack to my
Cooking,
life,
I'll tell you
Man,
that
rest
time
in
to tell
peace,
you.
Bad Azz. By the
R.I.P.
way,
Bad
it's crazy. I battled Bad Azz.
Oh, yeah. He got rap fever. He would freestyle forever. Too.
I gotta tell the story, man.
But yes,
so like with
When was
Bad
this? What
Azz,
year?
I don't know the year exactly, but I could tell you it was
06?
it was anywhere between 06 and
07?
and 2010 probably. Like in
Oh, it's
that,
after
it's just anywhere between
you
that
had been
period.
battling on Grind Time by the time that happened?
Maybe, I'm not sure. I was at a Snoop video. My boy John Uten, shouts out to him as a producer. He was one of my close friends. You know what I mean? He was like, "Yo, man, we gonna go to Snoop's video, man. It's gonna be full of Crips in there, man. Don't be yelling at no Crips in there with your battle raps and all this shit." Like he told me that shit, right? So I was like, "All right, no, we good, man. I'm just gonna come over there and chill." You know what I'm saying? That's what I said. So then when we got
Famous last words.
Right. You can't stop a spitter from wanting to
Nah.
get his off.
when we got there,
Oh, I'm yelling at all the gang members.
when we got there, I was chilling. I was watching everybody. I was like, all right, this is crazy. And then, like, some people were rapping, and then, boom, I see a cipher. And I look over to the cipher, and Bad Azz is in the cipher. You see Warren G, like, behind him, just just kind of bobbing his head to the shit. And Bad Azz is just ripping people in a circle. Like, just like, you ain't shit, man. Why you even over here? Like that, just bodying people, right? So I start getting close to the circle, you know what I mean? And I stand in front of the circle, and then I'm like just quiet watching it. And like, I'm like, you know what? I'm probably not gonna battle. Fuck it. I'm just gonna watch this shit. And then some dude in the crowd's like, man, don't you battle rap, man? You battle, don't you? You rap? Like, he starts saying that shit to me while I was standing there. I was like, oh shit. And then Bad Azz goes, whew. You what? just looks over. It's just like rap, motherfucker.
So then what
So
happened?
I start rapping, but I don't diss Bad Azz.
Right.
I just start spitting my bars off. I'm over here at a Snoop video shoot, in the coop, and and he's like, man, fuck all that. You'll get smacked when I pull out the strap. Like,
You sound like they did that.
Bro,
Man, fuck all that. On
Bro, oh my
everything.
God.
On everything.
Oh,
I
man,
can hear Bad saying,
bro,
man, fuck all that.
he just went off on me, right?
So you had to go.
And then I just snapped.
You had to go.
I snapped, but look, I'll tell you what. I'll give Bad Azz this. He's a genius because you're not supposed to survive a battle with me, especially on the spot. This is what I do, you know.
Right. It's your bread and meat.
So I went in and I was just like, something, man. You just over here to hold the bottle for water for Snoop and all that and all this shit, right? So Bad Azz goes, what? Like, it just pulls out stacks of money. Like, it just goes, you a broke ass. It starts fucking tossing money in the cipher. He just starts slapping the floor with hundreds and shit. He's like, I'll buy your bars. I'll do this shit. Like, I was like, all right. Everybody was like, yeah, nah, I was like, all right, man, you
So
kind of.
moral of the story.
Rest in peace, Bad Azz.
You have to have.
He's
smart.
smart. He's smart.
Beyond that,
He's
battling
smart.
disaster is expensive. You feel me?
definitely-
Like,
Yes, he has
that's
to
the
spend
only
a
way.
lot of money to get that fucking round off.
You better cash out.
But yeah, no, that's an amazing
Oh, man.
fucking story.
So
Yeah,
love
no.
the BAD, man.
but here's something I want to ask you. Look, we gonna change we gonna go into a different direction
Okay, all
real
right,
quick.
let's do it.
The "We Gonna Make It" beat.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Come on, man, you know what I'm saying.
I mean, all right. What do you want me to say that I haven't already said? Okay, here. Let's see. What can I
Tell
You
us
on
for
God
the people
tier,
that
no
don't know.
jumper?
Tell us what you know. What I mean, the fans on No Jumper need to hear.
All right. Fuck it. I'll tell all the truth.
The "We Gonna Make It" beat.
It ain't the We Gonna Make It beat. It's the Home Sweet Home beat. 'Cause
Oh,
'cause
yeah.
I bought it. So,
Okay.
So you actually cashed out for it.
Yeah. So my A&R was a dude named Mark Brown. So you can corroborate this with him. And this is about
It's gotta be.
2001.
Yeah, that's when it dropped. Was 01 on his album.
Yeah. So let's say 2000. Sometime in 2000, I'm in New York. My A&R flies out. He goes up to Shady. Al is there. But I see Al at the time because he's always with Mobb Deep. And so he arranges for 3 songs. At the time, Alchemist charges $750 a beat.
Jesus Christ,
For
that's
an Alchemist beat.
for an Alchemist beat.
Now,
Can I buy 100 of them?
Can we buy 1,000?
Let me make sure. I don't want to be inaccurate, so let me make sure that's true. I'm pretty sure that's correct. Right. If it's not 750, it's 1,500.
And that at that time wasn't a lot for a beat, even.
Not
right?
at all, because I'm signed to Capitol Records, Party Records. We used to at least paying everybody 5,000,
right?
Even for an unknown person. So that's what he's getting. So
and Alchemist already had credits. He had already worked with Mobb Deep and all that.
Yeah, already.
He already been out, bro.
Right.
So I remember we're gonna buy 3. So the deal, I want to say the check was for $4,500, which is half. So what would that be? I think
that's 9 racks for 3. So it's $3,000.
Right. So then he was charging $1,500.
Yeah.
Let me not disrespect the man and let's do all pure accuracy.
That's still. I mean, that's not much different.
Well, I'm just telling you what he charged. No. So if that's the case, he was charging $750, and then when we talked, he was like, and now if I'm lying, I'm flying, Allen. This is the truth. He was crying about it. Mobb Deep only pay me, only get you. And I said, bro, now we dudes on the West Coast, from the West Coast, trying to make it in this New York shit, we gotta stick together. I said, you know what, fuck it, bro, I'll double what your rate is. So I'm the first nigga to pay him $3,000 a beat. He was only getting $1,500.
Okay.
Damn.
That's still a good price.
But you the man for that, though.
But this what I got.
I like doing business like that.
I got disrespected for being a good dude to a nigga that lied a lot. See, that ain't cool. So let's show you where I'm going here. So now I paid him half of what he even complained about mugs. Fuck it, I'm putting all of it out. Fuck it, let's tell the truth.
Hey, put it out there, man. We out here.
Yeah,
Come on.
I'm
the God to your podcast.
Now I'm just over it, for 2022, niggas ain't gonna keep lying on me.
Let's go, man. I feel the same way as you, Raz. Come on, man.
I'm done with this bird shit, bro. So,
no pun intended. All right.
Turn down for what, nigga?
Let's go, man. All right, so give it to us, Raz. Let's go.
What the fuck happened, Raz?
Turn down for what? Stop it. I'm keeping it a buck, bro.
Keep it tall.
This is all facts.
Huh.
So I paid him for 3, doubled his rate and paid him for 3. Front half, $4,500. We went to the studio. He played beats. I only picked one. That record. He tracked it out. I don't got a 2-track version. My shit is a tracked out, mixed by Seagal, Dr. Dre, mixed by the nigga that did the Album of the Year.
Yep.
Three fucking Grammys.
Yeah.
With Dr. Dre and Eminem, Seagal, Heredia, Richard Heredia.
No, we know who you're talking about.
It's not a 2-track.
It's
got
not a
separated
2-track.
track. I got separated beat from Allen.
And that beat's it's a simple loop. It's like a little.
He flipped it.
I love that. It's one of my favorite beats
my intro
ever.
is different than Jada's, as you can see, but it's still, then it goes into whatever. So we did it. I tracked the first verse and I tracked the hook. All of us together, him in there too. Now,
is this after Ras Assassination? This is the next album after that?
Yeah,
right?
It was gonna be Van Gogh.
Yeah.
So it's for Van Gogh. Long story short, let's fast forward about 2 or 3 months later. I hit him and I say, he cashes the check, the whole shit for the 3. And then I hit him and I said, you know what? I'm trying to wrap up the album. Why don't you, I'm just gonna keep this one, because I never found the other 2. So I was like, well, look, technically, if I bought one, it'd be $3,000. If I only bought one, it'd be $3,000.
He owes you $1,500.
No, I said, is it cool? I'll eat that since I'm only getting one. Is that cool? He's like, cool. All right, be good. So business is done. Now I move on.
Was there paperwork?
Of course there is.
Okay.
You can go to Capitol.
Yeah, bro.
You can go to Capitol. We can go to.
Just
Capitol.
need to clarify that for the people.
I'm not signed to Willie Bob's Records, bro.
Right.
I'm signed to the home of the Beatles.
Right.
They don't play that shit.
Right.
Let's
Nigga,
go.
this the home of the Beatles, bro.
Willie. Shouts out to Willie.
I'm just saying this ain't
Hey, don't talk about my label like that, dog.
this ain't nigga time records, bro. This really the Beatles, bro. So all this shit is documented with big lawyers. So long story short, everything was all good until a week ago, and then one day he calls me about 4 months in the process, because what's holding me up now is finishing up my album, and that was gonna be the single. So I remember the label wanted Exhibit's blowing up now because it's 2000. They're like, you should put Exhibit on this. I was like, shut up. You didn't even give a fuck about Exhibit until after Bitch Please. He's on 2 other songs. Stop being a fucking groupie. This song dope.
You'd already done 3-card Molly with it.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, of course. So long story short, that's the single. I forgot what the B-side was. We got to make the vinyl. So, the turnaround on the vinyl was a few months. Around that time, he hits me and says, are you still putting out the record? You know what I'm saying? I was like, yeah. You know what I'm saying? We actually in the process of making the vinyl. There is vinyl that says Party Records, Home Sweet Home, with the date and all that shit. All that shit exists. It's tangible. Now, what Alchemist basically did was he got an opportunity to work with Jadakiss. He played him beats. Jada didn't like nothing. And then he got desperate and he played my record. Then he didn't tell nobody. And then we only found out on a Friday because execs start playing records. So what's DMX and them label?
Rough Riders.
Well, Rough Rider, they were all friends. He was playing my album. And they said, yo, we got the same record with Jadakiss. What? Damn. Okay. And then
I didn't even know this, man. I'm shocked.
We've talked about this morning.
Yeah, but we didn't know. Like,
Mark Brown, again,
that's crazy.
His name is Mark Breezy on Instagram. And if I was friends with the Round Building, as I call Capital, I was gonna go get the actual paperwork from them. They just don't like me up there because I sued them to get fired. But it still exists. It's a fucking company. Like I said, it ain't Willie Bob Records. It's Capital. So let me just tell you the end result of this. We'll make a long story short.
Nah, keep going.
So, let me help with that. Let's backdate that Friday. 2 months before, I was in New York. K Slay. I performed the record on the show with Moni Love and Buck Wild and them. It was
the Star and Buck show?
It was Star and Buck show, but it was like videotape. It was a local.
Right, I remember that.
Show.
I remember that.
I performed the song. It's on the K Slay mixtape. New shit, Ras Kass, da 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 da. It's like 2 months before. My record's out, and I'm just waiting for the vinyl. It's my official first single off my record. So then we go on a Friday. They don't know about it. They like, shit, we got the same record. When'd you get it? Oh, we just got it about 2 months ago. So the nigga went and ran out of shit to play and then sold him my record and figured he'd figure it out later. Now, we were supposed to have a meeting Monday. The Rough Rider dudes went right back to New York and had Funkmaster Flex spike the record Saturday. My nigga Wise from the Rangers calls me like, yo, why your record on the radio with Jadakiss rapping on it? I'm like, yo, so I try to call in, whatever, I get railroaded a little bit. Flex, to his credit, would later on hit me back and say, bro, I'm sorry, man. I did not know that was your record. I owe you a spike.
Flex,
he's like,
Flex,
Funkmaster Flex, because that's what played it. Yeah. He put them bombs on it, nigga. By Monday, it was a hit. Now, guess what happens with me? The lawyers come in. I got a squad of Ashkenazi people too,
right?
And my friends are gonna come. So now my round building people, the Beatles people, say, "What you want to do? Cease and desist." Stop talking loud, nigga.
So what they say? So they say that.
So we're gonna cease and desist. Now you got to remember that ain't Jada's single. His single was "Knock Yourself Out."
Right.
The Timberland record.
No, it's Neptune's.
I mean, I'm sorry, you're right. The Neptune's record.
Yeah.
So, but the record bubbled so hard from that Saturday, Monday, they like, oh, we're going to switch out. We got to shoot a video. But guess what I could do? Cease and desist. But that back then, you got to understand, it's not a digital world. Jada's shipping platinum. If I let them, they're going to destroy his career. And this is what would have happened. I would have cease and desisted. They got to destroy 1 million CDs and vinyls and tapes. Jada's career is destroyed. They're gonna kill Alchemist and beat his ass for the next 10 years of his life. They would have scraped his little punk ass. So let's keep it a buck. I saved his life because I took the high road on the record and just said, I'm not doing that to Jada. Wow. I didn't do it for Al. I did it for Jada.
And that's some real ass shit, man, because Jada's a stand-up dude that probably has nothing to do with the shit.
The way I took it was,
bro.
I said, he just bought a hot beat. It was never dude's fault. Now, Alchemist has continued to lie about it, and I find that low brow, bro. Admit now, at the end of the day, bro, I did, because behind closed doors, we done had them on back then on Fleet DJs, 100 DJs, caught them in lies. You a liar, bro. So stop lying. We caught you lying before. None of your shit adds up, and I keep telling the same story. And the unfortunate part is, look, the good thing happened. My record didn't come out. I fought with my label. So at the end of the day, it all worked out. It's a blessing, right? But don't be a groupie. Oh, all of a sudden, Jay-Z and Nas wanted my beat. This thing got a remix for everything.
Well, it's very similar to what.
Did you ever hear? Not to cut you off. When did Nas say, "Oh my God, that was my"? I mean, shut up with that shit.
Right.
That's some groupie shit. Well, and I'm just sick of niggas kicking me because I'm not so popular. I don't care how bar out anybody, and the other thing is, I'm really okay.
Talk that shit.
I'm just telling my truth. I'm not okay with people lying about me. Yeah. So be a man about it. Tell the truth. All I ever asked Al to do was say, "Hey man, I did the wrong thing." You know what I'm saying? But it worked out well, and I appreciate. You know what I'm saying? He did everything. You know what I'm saying? And it worked out well. This nigga tried to write like I didn't pay you. You was a $750 beat nigga. Now tell him that ain't true. And I got more shit I can say about Allen.
You know what's crazy, bro? What's crazy is now we gonna make it obviously wound up being a hip hop classic, but I heard your version of the record too. And
look, I love the Locks. I have nothing against those brothers. I'm a bar person. My bars is fresh too.
Yeah, I feel like you and Jada are similar, man. You guys get along, man. You guys are hella like you're like the East-West version of each other, man.
Well, here's the thing I wanted to point to is you did wind up, and this because we on a battle rap podcast, got to bring it up. You had a cold ass diss track that came out after that,
but it wasn't to him.
No, it had the sample like "Now I Gotta Kiss You" or some shit. Like
it was a Beatles sample,
right. Like,
but you still slid that kiss sample.
To me, like
close your eyes and I'll kiss you tomorrow. I'll miss you.
Right. So I took that as, and I know you were mainly directing it towards Al. Like that was like,
yeah, no, it wasn't to Jada at all.
But just based on that sample, I kind of was like, is this a little slick?
Like I said,
jab at Jada too.
Because again, what did he do wrong? A dope beat is a dope beat.
Exactly.
He had nothing. But for me, you got to remember how that song starts. It starts with the Home Sweet Home. Well, it starts with the Home Sweet Home, and then I like, fuck this beat. You groupie. Right. And then it's close your eyes.
Yeah.
So I'm just setting up like you groupied on Jada and tried to throw me under a bus. So that's what the Kiss You about. It's not about Jadakiss or
it's just encompassing the whole thing.
It's encompassing the experience. Yeah. And so I never say nothing
you
bad about
don't
Jada.
Lyrically diss him on there.
No.
Yeah.
Again, not even in my brain, in my heart of hearts, did I if the shoe was on the other foot, I would have known it was Jadakiss's beat.
Exactly.
I can't blame somebody for what they didn't know. I think what the Rough Rider dudes did was lowbrow, but again, I don't blame Jadakiss for that. Mm-hmm. We were supposed to have a meeting that Monday to resolve it, which the easy resolution would have been, paperwork, done. Our shit predates you.
Or both of you on the same track.
That's what I was about to say.
Right.
Make that a collab.
Right. If it would have been a collab, that would have been fucking huge.
Right.
But
that's real
Jada
hip hop. Because we don't give a fuck about the business shit and all that shit. We want to hear the shit.
My shit still predates, period, because of the K Slay shit. So K Slay can corroborate these things. My whole thing was, man, let him have that record. Fuck that record. You got to remember, I'm still signed anyway. I'll get another beat from somebody else. The Kiss You song, The Kiss of Death was what it was called. No, it was called Kiss You. The Kiss You song was DJ Khalil.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So
who's a fire producer too.
Right. So in his own right, multi-platinum, Jay-Z, Nas.
Yeah.
So I wasn't
Dre.
Dr. Dre. Yeah. So it wasn't like I was at a loss for production. I just felt like let him have it. If he was so thirsty for it, Alchemist, let him have that. You know what I'm saying? I didn't want any association with the beat. I put it On the beginning of my single, Back It Up, the Rick Rock record, I'm
glad you brought that up because I fucking love that song.
Thank you.
And that's another that's a commercial banger right there.
But think about it, I still use that beat. They couldn't tell us we couldn't use that beat. Because it was our beat.
And you had cocaine on that motherfucker too.
Oh, man.
So I still I used the what you call We Gonna Make It beat every time I wanted to, because legally it was mine.
Use it in there.
In the intro.
That's right.
And then I did the fuck this beat.
Right.
Again, you groupie.
Hey, can I just say, like, I don't want to skip past his name real fast like that. Like, Cocaine is one of my favorite singers of all time.
We love Cocaine.
Like, he's in my top 5. Like, the R&B singers, they're in a different category.
Right.
For me, like, real singing is the shit that he does. Butch Cassidy, you know what I'm saying? Like, Nate Dogg.
Yeah.
These are my top singers, you know what I'm saying? Like, I guess it's a West thing, but I also fuck with Devin the Dude and CeeLo and, like, a lot of them. They're just in that bracket for me of that just real singing.
Soul.
Like, they in that bracket. Like, it's that bracket.
There's pain in them vocals.
Yeah, I would love to do a track with him.
Just to wrap up that
You should do a song with him.
I would fucking
Yeah,
that would be
amazing.
an honor,
You
bro.
should do a song with him.
Is there?
And he's a good human being.
So what I basically derive from your entire really, really fascinating account of this is like the main thing you have objection with at this point is Al not acknowledging what happened and trying to. So is there a chance for a reconciliation? Because I fuck with Al. You feel me? I fuck with you.
I feel like I don't owe nobody no apologies, and I've been my problem is don't take my kindness for weakness. Because I didn't air you out all this time. This is 20 years ago, and then the song resurfaces because of the verses shit, and you stick to the same lie. That shows character to me.
Yeah,
The money's
I
been
understand.
made, everything's been settled and done. The least you could do is say, hey man, that's what happened, man. And salute to Ras for having, you know what I'm saying? And everything worked the way it worked out well.
Seems simple.
Right.
From the dynamic of this, the question should be more to Alchemist right now, because it would be on Alchemist to really want to reach out to him to talk about that. You know what I'm saying? Like, because
dude changes his narrative. It's kind of funny bunny when I see him. So,
and not to take sides on the
So-
situation, but I think you completely explained it in a way, because we definitely fuck with Alchemist. So
yeah, that's fine.
But you explained it. But listen,
saying,
bro. But you explained it in a way, bro, where we can't take away truth from you. That's your truth. You know what I'm saying? And the way you put it together, it makes sense.
I don't even do that's my truth. I believe in facts.
Right.
I don't believe in, I think I feel this way, so it works. Look,
No, I definitely didn't mean that
fire
either.
hot, water wet.
Correct. I'm
You know
the
what I'm
same way.
saying? So I'm caveman with my shit, bro. If I'm lying, I'm flying on mine. And so my only thing is, again, I go to sleep well at night because I know I try my best to treat people with integrity. I try to be truthful about accounts. When I'm wrong, when I did something bad, I'm not too big of a man or too much. I'm such a boss. But see, motherfuckers think you playing politics, and I think I have been playing politics too long. I'm not holding my tongue for motherfuckers that do cornball shit.
I know how you feel, bro.
Now that's some cornball shit, and he owes me apologies for fucking lying for 20 years. That's bullshit. I didn't do nothing but try to help bro out. Period, bro. And then so what? I get to be the butt of the conversation. I was broke. So you telling me the Beatles broke, nigga? We couldn't pay you your mangy ass money? Get the fuck out of here, bro. Stop it.
Well, and I respect you for taking the high road as far as not doing the cease and desist, because
it would have affected somebody that I'm a fan
And
of.
I feel like it's not hip hop to do that.
No, I would have done it if it was somebody I didn't respect. I got love for Jadakiss.
But that's what I mean.
We had already
Jada,
come across each other. He dope. And it wasn't a digital age, bro. I knew I wouldn't want that done to my career, especially if I didn't know what the fuck happened.
But like that's what
You know
I really.
what I'm saying? Nobody comes back from that. If you ship, do you know how much it costs to make 1 million vinyls?
Shit, that's millions of dollars.
Yeah, it would have destroyed his career for sure.
I put Brody in. That's
It
a
would've put
whole
him in debt.
different hole, bro. And trajectory that changes a whole person's life. I've had people do fuckery like that.
That's
to my
his solo debut.
On some solo shit.
Yeah, that's very. You're very aware.
I didn't
and
want to
thoughtful
put that
person.
in the universe for somebody who I think is dope.
Yeah.
Period,
And I feel like you've. Do you think that's a result of you experiencing so much yourself?
Of course.
Because you went through a lot.
Hurt people,
Right.
Or you learn what not to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I got fucked over, like, you ever seen somebody getting a bad record deal and then they put a whole bunch of other niggas in a bad record deal? Like, what kind of abusive relationship shit is that?
That's
you know what I'm
janky.
saying? Like, you a weirdo, bro. Like, that's, I got fucked over. Like, you weirdo.
Yeah.
Like, when you want to help people get out of those pitfalls, but that just, again, it goes into character. My character is, why would I want somebody to suffer? If I learn from a mistake, I would want to help somebody. It's just who I am. But don't take it for weakness or stupidity that you could just continue to lie about me, because at some point, I'm going to get offended that you think I'm some kind of sucker or something. I ain't no fucking sucker. Now, I got more I could add on about this that I did not. You told me to turn down. I would add on some other shit that happened, but I'm not going to do it.
Hey,
No, that's cool, man. Like I think
That's up to you.
I
That's
think
up to
you
you.
spoke your part like elegantly and just what I mean. Like it's just that's what it is, man. Like you said, the facts are the facts. You know, if he wants to respond, you seeing this, you respond to it. If not, you know what I'm saying, this will remain
Please do.
the fact.
Please do.
Well, and you've never, like, throughout the course of your career, you've never been one to duck a lyrical fade. You know what I mean? You've gone at it with a lot of the elite lyricists in the game. I mean, like the game.
Pun. Pun intended.
How are you in the game now? Is that still up or
It's
like?
my best friend.
Yeah, they're good now.
No, not at all.
Nah, y'all not good.
Come on, man. I'm not giving that no energy. He's the worst, bro. That guy's the worst, man. Stop. He's just awful.
Do you have an opinion on his Eminem thing that he's about to do?
Desperation, bro. I smell desperation. I smell.
It's a bad move, right?
It's just. Everybody want a shot at the title, man. You know, it's more money. You know, but how, you know, how did you deserve to get there? Like, what did you do to get there?
Ooh.
I mean,
Ooh, hey man, you out here throwing bars out. You might want to try somebody that's out here really with the shit.
Right. Bar up, bro. You know
Oh
what I'm
my
saying?
God,
Like,
let's go,
you know,
man. Hey, Raz ready for a fade with anybody.
The other part is, you know, I've said this before already. If you sit around and, you know, in a team and write your raps, then you're not a lyricist. So I can name,
Message.
Whoa.
Hashtag message.
So like, what we getting from that? What we do? What we just heard from what you just said?
I mean, there's more than him. There's a lot of people, and that's great because for the sake of a song, that's cool. But when we talk about these bars, this skill set,
yeah.
I always give the analogy of you know, LeBron. If a little Hispanic man jumped out of his sock and did all the dribbling and dunking, then fuck LeBron. I want the little El Pedros.
El Pedro's fire, dog.
Period. So a lot of these niggas is El Pedros. They got a whole bunch of Pedros in their sock. They not barring up like that, bro. You know, and then they act like the nerve of somebody to come into our skill set and then lie constantly about, let alone what they do in real life, but what really you gonna lie that you write your raps when you don't do that either?
Ooh.
Like, come on, man, get out of here,
Man,
bro.
today these bombs have been dropping, man. This is some
They
fucking
just not, I'm just saying,
Vietnam
it's
shit.
just not factors, bro. Like, it's not factors because this wasn't called who the most popular, who dating the nigga in the, but at least it's called rap, nigga. Rap, write your rap. Can't do that. And
We don't
but you
respect
saying you the
people who don't write
greatest,
the raps.
you saying
Yeah.
you the greatest, you that dude. Nigga, use a sock puppet. So
Was
I don't
that
wanna hear
like
none of that.
originally what kind of made you feel some type of way about him? Was
No,
that like, yeah.
no. That backstory is different. And like I said, I don't really want to encourage it. But for the skill set about, you asked me specifically about battling
Yeah,
Eminem.
battling, yeah.
Eminem writes his rhymes. You know what I'm saying? And anybody
Right.
can play that. Look, I'm going to tell you what every rapper does. This has nothing specifically to do with no person. Every nigga that get popular do the same groupie shit. Well, you know, top 5, so they mentioned Eminem, Jay-Z, Nas, Kendrick, J. Cole, and me. Fuck out of here. Everybody want to be big dick dog with the obvious popular niggas.
Right.
Then consider super groupie. It's the corniest thing ever made.
They're not mentioning Black Thought.
They're not mentioning Black Thought. They're
Oh,
not mentioning
God.
Ras Kass,
Elzai, come on.
Disaster. It's
Let's go, Disaster,
come
man.
on, bro. Like niggas is groupies and won't talk about the skill set. We talking strictly for the skill set. Ghostface, Raekwon, like we can just keep going.
Pheromones. Let's keep
Pheromones,
going,
come on,
man.
bro.
Let's keep going forever,
We
man.
can go forever. We can name 30 niggas that might give a run or wear out your top niggas you was naming.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I hate that groupie, corny shit. That's industry shit. That's stupid fan shit. How people in our skill set do that shit. Me, Jay-Z. And then you want to shot at the you want the shot at the top dog. Like, who the fuck is you? What did you really do on a mic? What you do with that pen, boy? Nothing.
Talk that shit, Razzie. Come on.
He might have to do a battle one day to make up for this shit.
Yeah, I'm not doing no battles. That's just y'all.
No, I didn't say you. I said he might got to do a battle.
My shit is this. Different sport.
You ain't got a battle.
Polo, water polo. You get me on pen and pad, you can film us. And you ain't going to be no ghost around me. I'll air any nigga out, pen and pad, we get in the studio. And this is what I had projected a long time ago. I told Wendy Day this. Every 4 years, we should have a rap Olympics. And you take your top 20 niggas, some voted, the ones that claim whatever, and you put them in a room. The audience digitally votes 4 topics. You can do as long as you want, and you got
you onto something.
You got
man.
2
smart.
hours,
You're smart.
and you film it. So you all come together, you film them. No phones, nigga. Put
Excuse
your
me
phone
for a
away.
second. I'll be right back.
Right. and then we see who the Olympic, who the gold medal bars is every 4 years. Are you that nigga?
If they did that in the industry, so many fucking careers would be destroyed.
Yeah,
Every 4 years, there'd be a wipeout.
Yeah.
There'd be a wipeout in fucking
You start
time.
realizing your hero ain't your hero.
Nah,
So-
it's all sock puppets at the
Who
end of the day.
finna win the gold medal in the lyrical decathlon?
Yeah, and honestly, let the money go to a charity. Like, fuck it. For the bars, nigga, for the skill set. Let's do something. Let's give back. But you can't say you that nigga when you a sock puppet. When you got, Jenny and Loki Dog and Blood Billy writing on your
Hey, Blood Billy is nice.
He
dog.
is nice, though. I fucks with him, though. His solo shit is hot.
Oh my God, these names today. Hey man, look, I really want to reiterate.
Now, so you iterate. You already iterated.
Iterated.
Slush was definitely part of this. I had a crazy encounter with a rapper who I found out didn't write his shit, was buying his bars. And I actually got in touch with the ghostwriter, and I fucking...
Who is it? In battles. He's a battle rapper.
The ghostwriter was Caustic. Battle rapper named Caustic. There you go. He was the ghostwriter. The dude I was battling, his name was Arcane. I was able to get the fucking printouts of the conversations of how he was charging him per bars. All this shit.
The PayPal receipt.
I took this so serious because I want to bring light to this, how much we care about this. You see how you care about this? Yeah. The problem is, Raz, there's people watching this like, so they don't have to write their shit. And this is and I'm going to explain this why to you. I went there and I literally showed people, this man does not write his own fucking shit. And they still let him get away with the shit. It took a while for them to where he eventually gave up and stopped battling because he lost confidence because the real motherfuckers knew.
Right.
So he lost confidence. But for the most part, when it first happened, he had a whole fucking group, a support unit telling him like, oh, it's all good, bro. Like, you could just rippity rap your way out of this, And I think hearing you come in here to say this, I love that. You know what I mean? We need to keep... I think you can't not write your shit.
We don't have a union, but we have to have. This is the only industry. I could talk all the shit I want about fucking up Michael Phelps, but when we jump in that water, we're going to find out very clearly I ain't shit.
And he's smoking weed.
Right.
And he's smoking weed.
He's going to pass you with a blunt, doing a body and you up out of here.
He high as hell whooping ass.
So this is...
Give him an extra medal. Platinum.
You can't be juicing. That's my new word. Okay. You can't be juicing in the sport, man. They be juicing.
That's a good way to put it. They juicing, bro. Juicing. Oh my God.
And this is my other argument.
It's cheating.
Yeah, they're cheating. Puffy has a great comeback, but Puffy ain't never said he was the greatest.
I write checks.
Ever. Right. Called it.
The thing is, Puffy's in a different category because he doesn't claim the lyricist.
Right.
He's a producer that can rap. That can rap. You know what I'm saying? He's more of a producer that can rap.
You never heard Dr. Dre say, "Got the illest bars ever. I'm God."
And he's more of a producer that can rap. He's not a rapper that produces. You know what I'm saying? He's a producer that raps.
So I'm okay with, for the sake of a song, making a good song, but when we're getting to the actual skill set of what we call lyricism, that's a different thing. You know, there's polo and there's water polo. There's two different sports. Just like battle rapping, it's a different sport. They're all athletic, but they require different things. And so, make songwriting is cool as fuck, man. I'm down with that, but don't come over into what we hold sacred, which is the skill set, and spit on it and disrespect it and juice all in it and be fake and coming in with your writing squad trying to act like you the bar guy.
Speaking of that, have you ever been a ghostwriter or done songwriting for other artists?
Of course. Yeah.
Because I feel like obviously you have the skill set to do that, but
half the time I've written for people that ain't saying they bar.
I was
guy.
about to say something. Because I don't want to put any negative connotation on what you're saying. But don't you feel like that if we believe that people shouldn't fucking have ghostwriters, that we shouldn't participate in helping?
Well, no. Hear
you
me
know
out.
What I'm saying? But I hear what you're about to say.
Songwriting is awesome. So I'll give you an example. David Banner wanted a song. He gave me an outline of this idea. He's like, I want to make a story about a dude coming from Mississippi and coming to LA, thinking everything's sweet because it's pretty. And then he didn't tell me exactly what happens, but shit gets crazy in LA.
Oh, we can figure out how it happens.
Right, it gets crazy. And he's like, he said, I want Snoop on it. You know what I'm saying? I want, like, Snoop is going to be my cousin, and then some shit will happen. And I was thinking, like, Nipsey and da-da-da-da-da. No, one person has to write that record because it needs to be a narrative.
Right.
So I wrote the record. I was able to, like, how would dog talk? You know what I'm saying? And they executed that record amazing. That's making a record. That ain't a battle rap. I'm gonna kill you. Think I got the best bars. Again, that's what I was saying. That's why I said battle rap is different than spitting, making records about spitting because y'all ain't got beats. So your timing is different. You could drag shit out, whereas on a record, you are regulated and regimented to the meter.
Okay, hold on. Let me put this.
And then my bad.
All right, I'll let you finish.
And then the third thing is different because now we're just writing songs for the sake of like what makes this song a hit. Yeah. And that's when we're doing pop records. It can be any kind of record you want it to be. But when we just talk about acapella barring or on a beat barring, those are sacred.
I'd be devastated if I found out that someone else wrote, I'm gonna make UCLA like
Ed O'Bannon.
I'd be pissed.
I would have been hurt.
Here's the thing.
You know.
So basically, this is the brief way to put it. Is this a good way to put it? Like very simply.
I like those glasses too, by the way.
Good looking out.
That was a fly. I gotta give me some of those.
Lyricists are not allowed to have ghostwriters, but rappers are.
Yes. Okay. For rap songs.
Yeah. Okay. Perfect.
I mean, you know,
if you a lyricist and you identify as a lyricist, ain't no way somebody should be coming up with your
choose your pronouns.
So there's a woman named
lyricist.
There's a woman named Diane Warren. She wrote like big white lady. Familiar. She's super ill, man. She writes. Look, I don't expect Michael Jackson to really have a baby is not his son. Somebody wrote him a song and he sang it and he performed it and it was dope. Billie Jean is not my lover. Just
I know you're talking about Billie Jean.
Songwriters create these records. It's more like acting. You know what I'm saying? Like I love watching movies because for somebody to take a script and then for that actor to read that script and he will emote it and become that character is amazing. Then the videographer. So you're taking all these different forms of art and melding them into something where I can believe it. And that's how I look at songwriting, making this love record or this gangster record or whatever, or this story record or whatever. That's dope. But battle rapping in general and writing, being a lyricist is a one-person sport. Everything else is team sport.
Because it's personal.
Right.
And it's based on
your experiences and your perception.
Not only your experience, but your dominance in this aspect. So like your lyrical, like I always say, lyrical conditioning. You feel me?
Facts.
I don't know how I feel.
Ain't no pinch hitters in this shit.
The thing is, this is why. Because I told Exhibit this and like he didn't agree with me on this, but I was saying like this is why I feel like there should be two different genres.
I agree though.
Okay, so you agree with me on that? Like so I don't know why X didn't agree, but like I believe
I know
like
why he didn't agree.
This is also
because I agree with X.
Okay, but this is why though. Like I don't believe that that's true because if everybody is coming together to act out these scenes, right? And this is what fucking rap is now. Everybody is for the most part, it's just people that are hiring actors to read scripts. Then what you have is a culture that's pretty much a fucking a mirror of what happens in Hollywood, and you've left hip hop at this point. You're the furthest thing away from it. There has to be a place where this doesn't happen, and it needs to be recognized that way. It can't be jumbled up.
Look, fool. I agree.
What you want to say, Lush?
Look, man. Fuck out of here with that bullshit. First of all,
no.
Like you're right in the senses. I agree with you. But I just disagree with the application of the word hip hop being removed from that context. And I'm going to tell you why.
Okay.
Let's take it back to Sedgwick and Cedar, 1974, South Bronx. You feel me?
1520 Sedgwick.
Let's take it back. Oh, was there lyricists killing it in the inception of hip hop?
But that's different.
No. That's super. That's irrelevant.
Get the
it's 2 against 1 right now. First of all, we're voting you out on this.
We win.
I'll get voted off the island, but I'm gonna die on the biggest hill on that island. I'm gonna tell y'all like that.
I just feel like rap has become a structured fucking white man's game, a corporate fucking world with a bunch of artificial shit in it that's only based on a mechanism like a machine to make money, and there's no real emotions. That's why when you have a real fucking track that comes out and somebody puts some heartfelt shit out, it doesn't go straight to the top, and if it does, it's only there momentarily, and it's replaced by a machine that's pushing money behind a fucking track that it's the soul of the people is not pushing it there.
Right.
That's what we want. We need a hip hop chart. We need a chart that shows what the people want and not what the fuck they're deciding.
There is. It's called college radio.
Now fuck all that.
That's the fucking hip hop chart.
That's what we don't need.
That's the fucking hip hop chart.
We need some real shit.
You know what you're saying?
We need our own Grammys
You're saying hip hop deserves the fucking chitlin circuit.
No.
Fuck the Grammys, fuck the Oscars, fuck all that shit. We need our own everything.
Here's what I'm saying. Hip hop is all of that. I'm not trying to.
But can we say this? Can we say, look at rock. They have multi-genres of
absolutely
rock. Hard rock.
Absolutely.
Speed metal.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And it's still all rock.
Yeah,
it's still all rock, which was started by Chuck Berry and motherfuckers back in the 1950s.
You're right.
That's black music.
But that's rap.
Right.
Hip hop elevates. This shit is tarting down.
Yeah.
Okay. So
this is tarting down. And if nothing else, in general, people rotate raps. There's always exceptions.
That's really the fucking main thing that I was getting at.
Here's the thing. So I feel like the subgenres are like boom bap, lyrical hip hop. Like there's different hardcore hip hop. Like when I say hardcore hip hop, I mean like.
What about you don't write your shit?
That's
puppet rap, sock puppet.
That's what I'm saying.
Sock puppet trap. How about that?
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, and you could exactly. There's trap music. There's club rap. That's hilarious.
Come on, man. Sock puppet trap.
These are all coin that. He's good at coining things. We.
First C arson, now sock puppet trap. No,
like
I agree as far as the subgenres, but I feel like hip hop has so much diversity to pigeonhole it as any style, be it a conscious lyrical style or be it the inverse of that, is not doing the overall breadth of the culture justice. And I feel like it's way bigger than our perception of it. And I feel like it's not strictly youth driven culture. It's not strictly old head culture.
I agree.
It's an amalgam of all that.
It is an amalgam, but also think about this. What if there was just one award at the Oscars? How do you credit the female?
Right.
How do you credit the supporting actor? You understand what I'm saying?
No, you're right.
So now
we need our own shit.
What they're telling us by us not creating specific genres is all y'all niggas sound the same. We don't care.
Well, look, like
that's really what they're saying.
Hey, I feel that.
Now the Grammys.
We don't care. You jump around with your elbows, or
there's
we don't care
different.
if you tell us something positive.
Yeah,
there
it's all the
different
same
categories,
shit.
but
It's
how about
just
this?
like the word urban. That just means
no, right.
Street,
Yeah,
mid, ground.
right. But
I completely.
Here's the way I look at it. I just feel like it's still all hip hop, but there should be a distinction between lyricists, MCs, and rappers. You know what I mean? Like, that's where the distinction should be made.
But that's why we gotta have to call it.
How are we supposed to feel when we've been out here in the streets rapping for so long, and you see a guy that literally says, I just started rapping a year ago and I've been watching this on YouTube. Now he has a deal and he's fucking doing all this shit and he's on the chart, and you got a Black Thought record that's not even anywhere close to that record. But that's not by choice because people fucking feel that way. It's because
The
he's been
machine.
pushed into that
Right.
fucking position. And this is the problem
Right,
that we
right.
have, is that we want to end this shit. Whether it's going to be through this digital I don't give a fuck if it's going to be through NFTs. We're coming to fuck you guys up. Like,
Right.
this is what it is. There has to be a
Can I
separation.
say one thing though? You guys, what I mean by you guys is the battle rap scene did a lot to sway hearts and open the younger cats
Absolutely.
up.
Yeah, we believe
You
that.
guys
Absolutely.
really. So,
Thank you.
So I'm really grateful for the battle rap scene. That shit, dude. Come on, you 2005 and 6, motherfuckers like too lyrical. Rap, that's too much rap. Like niggas,
That was the
rap.
ringtone era and
Yeah,
shit.
you know what I'm saying? I'm like, what are you like? That's like you telling me you play basketball too good, you box. But this the only shit where being too good was bad.
Right.
And so that's what he's talking about, the corrupt influence of the fucking industry. And they started training these young people's ears to think this is good and this other stuff's bad, but it's all pushed into one box. And that was unfair. And you guys say the day. Battle rap is where these kids started hearing, yeah, for real talk, man. I salute the battle rap MCs, and like I said, it's a different sport. You know what I'm saying? Like I love.
But we're influenced by motherfuckers like you. You know what I mean? Like,
And it works vice versa. That's why it's so
yeah.
good.
And if I would have came out, you know what I'm saying? You know, whatever, 7 years younger. This would have been my lane.
Right.
I just came out in my era. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
nah, I
we are
feel
always
that.
a product of our time,
era, yeah.
our technology, our opportunities. So I'm grateful to y'all because, again, it gave us the opportunity to put the spotlight on what's important is the lyrics. Now, I'm not going to sit here and lie to you. I kind of, at some point, sometimes I'll be watching this, some battle raps and be like, nigga, the gun bars. I got, we'll pull a 25 out of a 27.
Come on, give it to him, Raz.
You know what I'm saying? And then Kobe Bryant. It's always a football, a sports nigga with a gun.
This is why he's dangerous. You guys hear this? He's a dangerous
put a knife in
lyricist.
your chest like Van X.
Right.
Hey, which brings me to what you were just saying. Like, that's why you respect the battle rap thing, and because like the industry has became like that. Battle rap is now becoming like the industry. It is now getting that influence to where now sounding too cool, like how you said in 06, you're
Right.
using all these big words. In battle rap, the reason why you hear in the same pull the toolbar is they would rather hear, and I'm not gonna say in a negative connotation, but I'm gonna say they would rather hear a stylistic bar than an actual bar that feeds your
Right.
like your brain. So it's more like eye candy. This is what
Right.
their ear and eye candy. That's what it is to them.
And I understand theatrics. I
And I
get
do-
it.
and I love-
because we like the.
And I love the gun bars. I
Yeah, I
actually
do
do.
too.
I just don't like hearing repetitive ones and ones that don't have any originality.
I
to
like
them,
to
you know what I
hear
mean?
gun bars from people
Yeah.
that actually have shot
Do them.
guns.
Yeah.
Some
We wanna
of these
hear 'em from
motherfuckers.
gangsters.
I
We're not trying to-
have seen some
Yeah.
dweebs pull gun bars.
Yeah.
And they be good gun bars too. I'm like,
Yeah,
okay.
but it's like you shouldn't be able to spit that. Maybe
Right.
you should be a ghostwriter.
Like,
Nah,
I
but
know
yeah.
you ain't never held a motherfucking blackout.
Yeah, we got a
before.
lot of those in battle rap.
Yeah, like-
We got a lot of those in battle rap, bro.
I mean,
Yeah,
I know.
I'll pull the toolie, and yeah, I'm pretty sure you would. You
I
fucking
sparked
little
the Wesson.
scrawny, little
Yeah.
fucking noodle neck cornball. You know what I'm
my
saying?
God,
Like,
bro.
And that's become, it's almost like the same way.
It's almost a parody of itself. bro.
Well, and the same way that mainstream hip hop became
Yeah.
a parody of hip hop
was-
culture.
right, yeah.
Now
Yeah.
in battle rap, it's the same thing, and that's why with our whole GTX movement, we bringing back the stylistic
Yeah.
diversity.
I need you in the building, man. April 22. If you are free,
I mean,
man, it would
oh,
be
shit.
amazing to have you.
I
If
would-
you're not,
I would.
we already know. You.
I gotta fly out to Oakland with the mechanics.
Yeah.
Oh, shouts to the
No, yeah,
mechanics.
that's
Oh,
fire.
by the way, the 21st.
Oh yeah, the 21st. You got that out.
With
With,
Asia?
with Planet Asia.
You're gonna be
Lord
focused. I know
Finesse,
you're gonna
yeah.
be focused, man.
Blush
but-
could probably pull up to that. That's me
Shit.
24 hours before
You got
D-Day.
Red Lord.
Yeah.
Lord Finesse, DJ, and King.
Finesse.
That's
Let me just
24
tell you-
hours for me before the
let me-
fucking battle.
Let me
I
just
ain't
go
going
on
nowhere.
record right now and just say, Lord Finesse, that's who made me want to spit punchlines.
Oh,
He
yeah,
is-
that's
he's
fire.
the godfather of one of the illest producers on the mic in history.
Dope DJ, dope producer, dope ass.
Just all around.
lyricist. Yeah.
Amazing. And
Yeah.
like,
Full package.
and
Yeah.
like, obviously, RIP to one of the GOATs, Big,
Big
L.
L.
There would have been no
Facts.
Big L without Lord
Of
Finesse.
course.
Yeah.
You
Like,
can hear
that's-
it.
Yeah,
You can hear
that-
it. Yeah.
He
yeah.
took Finesse's style and just
Right.
and put some extras
I
on
fuck
it.
with him.
DITC, come on, man.
DITC.
Digging in the crates,
One of my
baby.
favorite crews ever. But
And we got
this
Red
event
Matic,
looked
too, on
crazy.
there,
Red
too.
Matic.
Right there on the west side,
Yeah, visionaries.
4067 West Pico at the underground room. Catch one. Come on. fool.
April 21st, y'all
Yeah,
come out to
baby.
1996. hosted by
Hey,
Planet
he gonna
Asia
pull up
and
for me,
Ras
man.
My
Kass.
favorite year in hip hop history.
Well, my album came out that year,
I'm
so
well aware.
I was
I'm well aware.
That's your year,
As
too.
Helter Skelter, Nocturnal. That
Yeah.
that whole year's insane.
that year. I could have had album of the year if it wasn't for like 20 other
Wasn't
dope
like
ass albums.
All Eyes on
It
Me.
was just too
like,
much.
Dealing with Pac and all them.
It was too many everybody that had a dope ass album that year. I was
It's
like,
crazy. That was like
fuck.
a real explosion.
I should have picked a different year.
You know, talking about the power of hip hop and just referencing since we're talking about.
Because they got yeah, all these came out 96, I think.
Yeah, it's dark and
It's
hell's
dark.
high, all that.
Yeah.
Yup. Well, nah. Because
No, 96.
He put the wrong fucking
Yeah,
ones
Dark
on
and
those
there.
are
Hell's
not
High
all-
didn't
No,
come
no,
out
yeah,
till
yeah,
98.
yeah,
Yeah, we're not
99.
gonna do that. We're not
Yeah.
gonna do that.
Yeah, Dark and Hell's Hot
I'm too
came out
OCD with my
98.
hip hop
Right,
knowledge.
right.
Yeah, I even know that
Yeah.
Dark and Hell's Hot didn't come out till like 98 or 99.
Right.
Like,
Yeah,
so, like,
but
that
what
was
I will
definitely
say is this: since you brought up another one of my favorite albums again, Soul on Ice,
Yeah,
I gotta just do it now. There's a record on there that taught me more than any history teacher. You
thank
already
you.
know what record
Nature
I'm
of the
talking.
Threat.
Nature of the Threat. Like I learned more, and that's a fucking what? It's like a 13-minute song or like 9-minute
8,
song.
8,
Yeah.
8.
I learned more
So
from that
long
record
ass.
than
No
I did. No
No
hook.
hook, just
No
fucking
jumper,
just
no hook.
spazzing.
There's never been like on a mainstream album something that's so informative, and
Thank you.
what you were talking about right there is crazy. Now I just gotta ask, what's it like performing Nature of the Threat and a bunch of white people in the crowd?
I knew he was gonna say
And
that.
that's
too.
what, no, they the ones.
They
love that
shit.
shit.
They rock that
Bro,
shit crazy.
especially Europe.
They
where,
ate
where,
that shit
You know,
up.
I hate to say it this way.
He called us savage Neanderthals.
It kind of happened, man. I'm sorry.
Yeah. No,
you're
like
the
I said,
goat,
I
man.
learned, I internalized the knowledge from that record. I learned more from
Bro,
that should be on taught in high school.
There are university teachers in England, white men and women that use it in their curriculum
Yeah.
at university.
I
so-
learned Jesus' name from that song. I learned Jesus' name. Like, are you kidding? How come I'm having to learn that from Ras Kass
because
album?
America does not entertain its working class. I mean, it doesn't educate its working class.
Joshua Ben Jophus is his name. Do Christians know this?
No.
You feel me? Like,
America wants a whole bunch of fucking dummies that they could set up to make the 1% really rich.
Yeah.
That's kind. So
Why is it-
So we don't learn much of anything. We reinforce the same stupid shit. Christopher Columbus discovered a place with a gang of niggas in it. You know what I'm saying? Like that's crazy. Like yeah. So that's why we don't learn.
Eurocentric
Well,
tricknology.
But you know what? It even undermines Europeans because
That's what I'm saying.
It's not factually true. So
Why
so
is it
they
that
start
they?
believing things that
Why is
aren't
it that
true.
they fuck with the hip hop shit out there more than we do in America? And out here, we're like
'cause the-
over it.
Because
and we
the
just-
median education for that
You know
question
what
is
I'm
different.
saying,
I thought
though.
we- I
First
thought
of
you
all,
were talking about
first of all,
education.
they're
I'm saying something
15
else.
years behind.
That- but-
No,
It's not that they're
no more.
behind.
You're right.
but-
More like 20 years.
No, they
No,
are
no.
25.
They tech.
No, he doesn't mean that.
No,
No, I'm talking
telling
about
you.
European homies.
I'm telling you, bro. They
25
have a fucking they have a fucking graffiti institute in Austria.
Bro,
popping,
it's
bro.
insane.
No,
They be bombing on big ass ships, freighters, bro.
Yeah, bro.
They care about this
They love
culture
the
more than
culture.
us.
They love the culture.
The governments care,
Bro,
more than us.
Berlin, there's literally no real estate or piece of wall that's
not bombed up.
Bombed on. The whole city
Paris,
bombed.
Paris is bombed
Bombed
up.
on,
Marseille's
bro.
bombed up.
Yeah, all of Europe's bombed up.
Australia too.
Yeah,
Australia
yeah.
with
Yeah,
this culture.
they
Yeah.
got crazy graffiti out
Yeah.
there.
Crazy graffiti. Shouts out to all my Aussies, man.
Yeah.
It seems like you've
I
always
was
had
about to
this.
do an Aussie accent.
Brecky. I just know Brecky.
Yeah, mate, this fucking
Mate.
Ras Kass cunts. This fucking
Oh, yeah,
Ras Kass cunts. You better fucking show some
Yo.
fucking respect, you fucking dirty magpie of a fucking cunt.
Can't.
Yeah, but yeah, no, that's the yeah.
You know,
it's
but
crazy
like
how
you
they held
always
on.
like implemented a lot of knowledge in your music, and even the title of the album, "Soul on Ice." Like, why don't you break down what that is for the
Yeah,
people that don't know and what that's alluding to?
Soul on Ice was a book written by a former Black Panther at the time. His name was Eldridge Cleaver. And so I got that book fucking up. I was in juvenile hall, and then my mother gave me the book. What really struck me ill about it was that more than a linear storyline, it was what I was telling you I wanted to do in my album. I was like, oh shit, it was just
The duality.
And then it was just random nuggets. Like, it was happy, it was sad, it was conflicted. He would just tell different stories. And I was like, well, that's what life is. You know, we make these mistakes. We love people. We don't like this. We do wrong to people. Do we apologize? You know what I'm saying? People do wrong to us. Do we make amends? You know, whatever. So trying to tell that kind of story because I think that is the human journey. And instead of me picking one facet, me Crip, me Blood, me Hustler, me love the ladies, sing all the time, but I give them all my money and eat their pussy. Like, that shit whack to me.
Me love the ladies.
Yo, your impersonations of the average person are hilarious.
Well, caveman again. I'm doing caveman.
Savage Neanderthals.
But all of us. The
Paleolithic era.
No, but you encompass the whole. That's what an artist is. I think that's what made Pac great. That's what you know. What I mean, and you have that similarity.
I feel
right
like I was always also inspired by Marvin Gaye. You know, he was super clean cut, and then when he did What's Going On, they was like, nigga, we don't want this shit. Like, he had to fight them.
He was
to put
too
that
deep
record
for
out.
him.
But that shit was life changing, man. He put his soul and his spirit, and you know, and his pain, and he spoke of the time. And on some real shit, Solo Nice, bro. Solo Nice is truer now than it was back then. You know,
I see everything becoming like that. Like, it's
people
just
like, you know, like Raz was a prophet. I'm like, no, I just paid attention. You niggas
you
was
seen the patterns
shucking
in
and
life,
diving,
yeah, man.
right?
I feel the same way.
And even records like Miami Life and the portrayal of what was going on and all that. You feel me? You spoke a lot about incarceration and all that. Like,
the what do they call it? The prison industrial complex.
Yeah.
You know,
Facts, man. We know a lot about that too, man.
The miseducation, especially of people of color, leading to, especially blacks and browns, leading to incarceration. You know, just this shit ain't changed, especially America. So this shit is cyclical. You know what I'm saying? Like, nobody gets out of here treated nice.
Yeah, if you see the patterns, you
look
like you can predict the future.
Well, we just find a new America finds a new nigga every time somebody else. So it used to be the Irish. Fuck the Irish. They really did that. You gotta look. Well, first they just killed all of the native niggas. So you gotta look at it. It's always a new nigga. Do you understand our side?
They didn't like us Italians when we first came here.
Shit. Well, bro, they didn't want nobody from Southern
Arabs. We got it really
Southern
fucking
Europe.
bad too.
Considered nigger bloods. You should know that.
Yeah.
Come on. So they didn't want the Irish. They are. It's right by Africa, nigga. Nigga, you can see that shit across the street.
Yeah.
I'm putting a 10 on it, but
some
places, certain islands.
You can see Morocco from parts of Spain.
Yeah. Well, that's hella close. That's like a super.
I've seen Morocco from Marseille.
Bro, I was in not Porto, the other one.
Portugal?
Portugal, but
Portugal.
The other city.
Lisbon?
Lisbon.
Yeah, Lisbon is in Portugal. No, Lisbon is the capital of Portugal.
Right, it's the capital. But you know, you see some swarthy people.
Facts.
Very brown skinned Portuguese
Oh yeah, it's
people.
across the street.
Right.
Facts.
You know, so it damn near connects to Africa.
Yeah.
So, it's always been a nigga. We just keep playing. They had the Chinese Exclusion Act. They will always find somebody to abuse, and the problem is everybody jumps online. That's what So Nice is about. Is that you keep ass kissing your abuser. At the end of the day, this really is about the haves and have-nots, and we are becoming more and more of a kleptocracy where the thieves, the 1%, is stealing.
Oh, it's been that.
You know what I'm saying?
A kleptocracy.
It's been that though.
Yeah, and the destruction of a middle class.
It's nepotism, all that shit.
And what it is blameism. So the Irish started blaming the Chinese on the West Coast. They're taking our jobs. Well, same story. Taking our jobs. So we do it now. All the Mexicans, they're taking our jobs. Like, come on, bro. That's not the issue here, man. So I realize is that
like they had a meeting. We're gonna take their jobs.
right. And so, you know, for me, I feel like I write things that need to be heard, that motherfuckers was too scared to say, And that's probably why
And that brings me back.
That's why I probably took a bullet in my career.
And that's
It's
hip-hop.
because I wasn't going to talk. I could have easily sold y'all, homies, come do, kick it, quick.
And that's rap and that's hip hop.
Ooh, get the recorder. Record
Right.
that.
That's rap and hip hop.
Right.
That's pretty much the point I was making. We've circled right back.
I
And
still
you know
say
what's
it's
fucked
all
up?
hip hop.
And you know what's unfair though? They don't do that in like, rock. They don't do that
No.
in, like folk music. Like people get to make really artistic, dope shit. That's why I fucked with, bro. Like I got inspired. I would listen to like Duran. Like they write songs. Like I said, that lady Diane Warren,
they got
she a white
they got
lady.
some
She'll
good
bar out.
records.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah,
they,
Duran got some good
They
records.
got dope writing, and so I'm inspired by dope writing, whether it's a script, whether it's a song, whatever that thing is, and or book. But they don't encourage that with rap now. It's like how stupid, because the hook is the hook. That was
Right.
supposed to be simple. Then it was like, well, make the verse the hook too. And that was like
All bad.
then it's like
Now it's becoming
half the hook all the way through.
okay. When you start talking about that, then it's a bastardization of the genre,
Right.
and I hear what you're saying in that.
Right.
But now I feel like lyricists like you are starting to get acknowledged in certain circles. Like I saw what Grandmaster Caz did, and you wound up. I think did you make a shirt out of it eventually? Like he had the grades.
Oh yeah, that was oh shit.
Wasn't it Caz that
Not
did that?
Grandmaster Caz. That was the other OG. Battle LL Cool J, Cool Mobb Deep.
Oh, it's Cool Mobb Deep. That's right. Yeah, yeah.
It's Cool
Mobb Deep. He graded. He had. I don't know if you saw it. It was like a report card.
Oh
for
yeah, I seen the
different-
report card. Yeah. He
Yeah,
had
that's
your
cool.
shit high up.
He
there.
was like A minus, B plus,
Right,
like
right.
yeah,
No, it
and he
was
was
dope.
like Jay Z, B minus,
Right.
like
You know what I felt was good is that he had actual criteria.
Yeah.
Because what are we grading for? Which the problem with rap now is these people will do a fucking top 20 list, leave off
like real shit.
it's some of the greatest. I'm not even talking about myself. Dub. I'm like, how do you have no disrespect, but how do you have like 4 people in your top 20 that don't write their raps?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, exactly.
That means you don't know our shit. And why the fuck are you qualified to be on
To
some
even decide it,
magazine?
to decide it.
Right. You're changing the narrative of the culture, and it's wrong.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? If I got on and I started telling the history of
badminton.
basketball,
I was gonna say badminton.
and just picked 7 niggas from Compton, you know what I'm saying? You'd be mad.
Yeah.
So how are we gonna create one
We have
place?
to control our
Tayshaun
narrative.
Prince
hold
is
on,
the
what do we
goat.
gotta do?
We have
what
to,
can
we
we
have
do?
to control our narrative, and that goes.
How do we create that? We gotta go.
We-
Let's go to
we-
Snoop
we-
and
we-
Dre. Tell them to create a little
yeah.
fucking place for us,
they need to-
and it'll be like a
We do.
platform where you can
We-
see all the fucking
We
stats.
do, because we need to hold our
Come on, Snoop,
we
man,
need
you
to-
got death row now. Come
we
on.
need to hold our big brothers accountable,
Yes.
especially the ones that got to the next level. Give back.
Let's go, Raz.
I
Ain't
mean,
holding back
I
nothing.
don't mean that about
No, that's real
anybody
shit.
specifically, but bro, what's the difference between 30 million and 35 million? Not
Really
much.
nothing.
Now you just
Really,
pulling
at
your
that
dick
point,
out and being a
nothing.
jerk.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That probably means you fucked over 5 people that probably helped you get that million. That's probably what it means. I said that to a football player that I used to know because it was true. At some point, you fucking people over.
Yeah, Joe Montana.
You have-
piece of shit.
So I think, I think you hold, and I don't want to name names, but again, I'll just give you a money point. If you got 25 million, nigga, help the culture, nigga, build something for us.
I like that.
Stop showing me. David Banner said something really intelligent to me one time.
Shouts to David Banner.
Yeah, he's a good brother, man. He said, so what if you got 3 Bentleys? You can't drive them all at the same time. So what's wrong with these niggas that want to wear 7 watches? Like, come on, man, really? So now you dangling meat at me like I'm some fucking pauper. Like, stop it, bro. You forgot how it feels to work and strive for something, and now you talking at me like you better than me. Like you started fucked up too, and now you look at all my watches and look at all my stuff, and then you look like fool. So when somebody shoot your ass up and take it, then you want us to feel sorry for you.
It's a Fendi fact. You definitely kicking game, and
Just keeping it a buck.
well, and you've been on this same
drop a
tip
gem.
throughout every stage in your career. What inspires you to still, after all these years, stay sharp
I'm
as a
glutton
lyricist?
for punishment, apparently. Nah, man, me and Planet Asia was saying this, man.
Hey, shouts out to
You-
Planet
you
Asia,
love-
too.
We need to
That's
get
the homie,
Asia on
man.
here.
What's up,
We need
big
Asia
dog?
on here.
Hip hop, especially this industry, and even sometimes the artists, our peers, there's the fickle bitch, man. She fuck everybody. She'll burn you. You still be loving her like, yo, I'm gonna do another album, baby. Like, I love this. I love doing this music. I love the creative.
I just heard
aspect.
I used to love her beat start playing in
It's
my
kind of
head.
that, but she is a fickle dude. She'll fuck you over, and this shit, this shit is like if you.
That's
really,
why she got ran through on the West Coast.
She didn't give me no pussy over here. I had to go back east. She gave me a hand job back on the East Coast.
A good old fashioned. She gave me the old fashioned.
She gave all the homies some pussy over here.
Ras Kass.
Then she gave my Detroit homies all the pussy. I was like, God damn, bitch. Yeah, no, it did not work out well for me over here. I just couldn't get it from her over here. But, the point really honestly is I enjoy, my mother said, do something you love. I love it. And I never did this thinking I was going to be a superstar. I never gave a fuck about being, some people really get in this for the need of vanity and like, I need to be a star. I've been able to, there's been peaks and valleys. I've been able to, I ain't never had no other job, so this why I've been able to do this.
You're a real rapper. Ain't no part-timing.
Right, it ain't, because
No
you can't do this
part-time.
and be part-time this shit. This is a fucking.
This ain't no motherfucking paper
part-time
route.
shit.
I mean, hey,
You feel me? It's a paper
Hey, we
route.
said it last time. We say it again. Ain't no fucking 9 to 2s or 9 to 5s around
This
here.
is an all day, every day. Like I equate it to being in a submarine. Like I'm here.
You can't get out.
Can't get
Yeah.
out. So and so I enjoy the journey. I don't like I said, I don't enjoy all the bullshit and the politics and the backbiting and the groupieism. But as much as I can distance myself out of that part of it, I try. And then the rest is just is you get out. I hope what you put in. So I'm gonna keep on striving. Like if you not shooting for number one. Like, if you go in a boxing ring and you want to be in second place, you're a motherfucking fool.
Yeah, this is my type of talk right here. We're going for gusto.
Oops, sorry, I
man.
lied.
Yeah,
I'm
for
number
the
1,
gusto.
2, 3, 4, and
Five.
5.
File, big
So
KRS
really,
One
like,
bars
yeah,
up in
so
here.
come on.
I'm coming.
1, 2, 3,
I'm
4,
coming
and
for-
5.
I'm coming. So when the next goofy rapper come in and be
bring
like,
KRS up
who
here.
your top? Then they go, Kendrick Lamar, Eminem, Ras Kass. Yeah, my job is to get hot and play the game and win, so that the goofy nigga puts me in there because it's politically suitable.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that's the goal, because I want my equity. So I'm still shooting. Like, this is a competitive sport, and I think all my peers that are competitive, I salute them. But I'm still running my race.
But you still look young, so you feel
Yeah,
me?
You do, man.
Yeah,
Thank you, brother.
You
going
in the race.
backwards.
A little chubby. I got you.
Hey, that probably makes you look younger, though.
Ain't
You
nothing
feel
a
me?
couple of hoops won't take away.
Right. I'm a swim. I'm one of
Oh,
them.
there you go.
With that
I'm
being
the rare,
I'm a
said,
soccer player.
I'm
but
the
yeah,
rare
I
aquatic
fuck with that
Negro.
too. Yeah.
are you still pushing the JMO
You're
gang?
funny as hell.
Yeah, of course. That's my brothers. That's
so,
my brothers.
I want to say, I don't know if you know this, my good homeboy J57.
Yeah, I know J57.
He produced records for me back in the day. That's my
word.
boy. Yeah.
That's
yeah.
awesome, man.
That's my boy. And he was in a group, Brown Bag All Stars, with
Oh, yeah.
with
Soul
Soul
Con.
Con, who battled
Yeah.
Disaster
Right.
in the longest battle in record. They're still battling. They're still battling.
Is he in Japan or China or something like that?
No, I think he out in New York. Soul Con.
He went back?
Yeah.
He was like,
I don't know where he's at. But
They
he's,
was
he's in
still.
America, though.
They,
for sure.
I don't know if you saw Disaster vs. Soul Con. It's a
No.
2.5 hour long battle. It's in the Guinness Book of World
It's a
Records.
pretty
Yeah.
fucking. It's a
epic
pretty fucking
knockdown,
long.
drag out.
It was.
I
Just watch
I
the
spit
battle.
an hour
Just-
of material. I spit an hour of material. I memorized the hour of material and fired it at him.
Yeah.
It's pretty fucking
I gotta
insane.
watch this.
Yeah, it's pretty nuts. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, but shouts to J57,
He's
man.
a
My
great
dog
dude,
Jimmy.
man. Jimmy.
Yeah, Jimmy.
Go,
yeah,
Jimmy.
It's my player partner right there.
Yeah,
so,
man. I talked to El Gon. He'll be out here for the
and El Gon, too.
for,
yeah.
for the battle.
I
He's
love
coming
y'all
out.
chemistry. I love that
Yeah.
that group right there. And
Thank you, man.
And I was hoping when I first seen it, because you see a lot of collaborations in hip hop, and the chemistry might not be there. It might only last for one album. But as soon as I heard JMO Gang, I was like, I hope they keep doing this.
We are
And
very similar. Like, I've been doing.
y'all are a few albums deep now. Like,
Yeah. we'll probably reconvene for the 3rd.
Yeah.
Soon. El Gant's coming out for the Onyx Cypress Hill battle.
That's
so
fire.
he'll be out here for a while.
Oh, they doing the verses?
Yeah, they're doing the verses.
Hell yeah, that's
it's gonna be
crazy.
next month.
Damn.
Who you got? Who you got?
I don't have nobody. I don't know dog in that race. I'm a super
Yeah.
fan.
Onyx put me on pretty much. Like I started rapping damn near because of him.
This-
But be real, the homie, and I love Cypress Hill.
That's what I'm saying. I ain't got no dog in that race, bro.
Insane in the membrane versus
I hope
throw
they
your
both
guns.
I mean,
Like,
bro.
what? Like,
Yeah.
that's...
I mean, look, I have been on tour with Onyx, so I know their energy.
They're not playing.
win. Yeah,
They got
That's why I
energy,
have so
bro.
much energy. I think.
Yeah, they got.
I
that
really
energy.
do believe because I started listening to them at such a young age. It was them and DMX. were, like, the
Also, it's
first
your
people I
fault,
exposed-
Sticky Fingers, that
It
he's
is.
like this.
I think it's them and DMX were the reason why.
Yeah, with
like
that
I just
yeah.
because I had to think about it later on in my like I'm like why am I so aggressive? And I was like, well, I started listening to these motherfuckers first.
He wasn't listening to PM Dawn, clearly.
Right, obviously.
Yeah, I was listening to the
Clearly.
most fucking like the most Arab guys from America you could find.
Maybe try a little De La Soul, little Tribe, you feel me?
Right, no
Yeah.
Daisy Age for him.
Yeah,
He
no
was-
Daisy
he was
Age.
stra-
I still fuck
he went
with
straight to
Q-Tip,
the
though.
anger.
I love
Yeah.
Q-Tip, but yeah, no, that's some real shit.
Yeah, nah, I don't have a dog in that race. What I want to see is, because it seems almost like two different worlds.
It is kind of, yeah.
Kind of.
It
You
is.
know what I'm saying?
it's
Because
West,
people are going to be
East,
smoking big weed.
Yeah.
So this
And
blunts are
then on the
going to be
other
like
side,
this
they're going to be
big.
drinking Red Bulls and jumping off
Right.
the wall.
You know
No,
what I'm
but don't get it. Cypress Hill hype too, though.
Oh, yeah,
They
yeah.
hype too. Are we gonna see Sendog and Fredro Starr squab it out like
Oh,
fucking?
no, they gotta be good homies. But that is the battle of the hype man. Not even hype man, just
Nah,
the battle
just-
of the energy.
yeah.
Yeah, the buff guys, the fucking.
Inside in the brain.
It's gonna be sick, man.
Yeah, I'm with that.
That's pretty cool.
I wish
man.
them both. I don't
Yeah,
be
I
you know
hope
what? With
they have an
those, I don't be
amazing show.
caring about the winner.
No,
Yeah,
no.
we just hope they have an amazing show, really.
just
Like,
yeah,
it's
fuck it
hip-hop.
up.
We
It's
just
just
want
good because it's gonna wake up a lot of this newer generation of
Right.
them. They, motherfuckers that be thinking Tekashi 6ix9ine was the first person to scream on a track that don't know about MOP and
Right,
Onyx.
right,
and,
MOP and
you
Onyx,
feel
you just
me?
called
Like,
it too.
and the people that think
Yeah.
that Wiz Khalifa invented smoking weed in hip hop, they don't know going back to Cypress Hill and all that. So
Right.
it's all about.
Cheech and Chong, really.
You dig me?
Damn.
It's about
I got to
education.
smoke with Chong once. That was a pretty cool thing.
That was-
Yeah, he
man.
told me, you roll a fine blunt, sir. Well, yeah, thanks.
With that being said, Raz, what you got coming up? You feel me?
Bam. 1996. This is April 21st.
April 21st.
And then
Here, let's,
thank you.
April 21st, 4067 West Pico Boulevard,
Real
Los
West Side
Angeles. You know what I'm
activities.
saying? Like, straight up, that's where the address is. Where, doors open, boom, 9 p.m. Doors open till
Yeah,
1:30. You know
till
what I'm saying?
1:30.
So you show up at this address, 9 p.m., 21st, Thursday, April 21st. You already know.
Yeah, it's gonna be dope. And then get ready. We dropping I got a
keep
project
this.
that I'm enjoying. I think we're dropping in the next. We got a final mix, but me and Havoc from Mobb Deep.
Whoa!
And,
Yes, let's go. That's a fire-ass fucking collab.
Yeah, and
Hold, can I ask you a question
That's
about
fire.
it? Because we ain't even got much time, but I just need to know: are the beats grimy?
bro,
Are the beats
the
grimy?
name of the
crazy-ass
project we are called Gutter.
Oh, okay. That's it.
Let
Like,
me
you
just
could-
answer it that way.
Yeah,
we
just
call
answer that.
Guttr. We call Gutter. I didn't finish though. Havoc does all the production. It's me and RJ Payne mostly on the runs.
Ooh, what?
Get the fuck!
What?
Shouts to my boy RJ.
Yeah, man. So I was
That's
just
my
chopping it
homeboy.
up with him, man. Shouts out, hey, damn, that's
He
crazy.
the hardest out right now as far with the
You know,
bars.
we
I feel
hella
like.
respect him. We need to bring him on here too, because
Payne.
you know his
Yeah,
battle.
yeah,
is-
yeah,
I've been
yeah,
trying to
yeah.
get Payne over here.
Yeah,
we
man.
gonna do
Young
it.
Raymond.
Yeah. So yeah, it's me.
Nah,
me-
yeah, that's crazy.
That
So
is
look for the Gutter.
insane.
No,
We got
this
singles
sounds
coming.
like a crazy ass fucking
Produced by
project,
Havoc?
bro. Havoc, Ras
Only by
Kass,
Havoc.
and RJ
Just have it
Payne,
rhyme
man,
on there
that's
too.
crazy.
It all.
Yeah, and
He
Havoc
gotta
rhymes.
throw some bars on there. Yeah.
Havoc very
I mean,
underrated
got
as
some
a.
awesome, got some awesome features. I don't want to ruin it right now. But
Yeah, no, you
right
gotta
now, all
put
you
out-
need to know is Havoc. Most of the beat, all the beats, rhyming on some records, and me and RJ Payne.
Havoc very underrated as an
Gutter.
MC. We know he's an amazing producer, but underrated as an MC.
So fire. I'm glad we got to get
on
this.
this
Little taste, this teaser right here. This is fucking awesome, man.
Yeah,
I'm not going front. I don't even like saying shit like this. This has been my favorite episode of God Gear thus far.
Yeah, man. This has been incredible, man.
Yeah,
man. We appreciate you for coming, man.
And thank you for trusting us.
Man, you know, we have to
drop
wrap
gems.
this up, man. This has been legendary right here. We here with one of the greatest lyricists of all time, not West Coast lyricists, but of all time, all coasts. And we out of here.
We out. This biatch out. This biatch out. This biatch. Ooh.